What's up, everyone? Tronzilla here. Today we're going to take a look at what's on display at the Best in Show. There are a few ships that I liked. They went with a blue scheme this year, which, I liked on a few. I didn't particularly like it on the 600i, but one of the first ships we're going to take a look at here is going to be the C2. It's just staring at you when you walk up them stairs. It is a heavy hauler. I don't if anybody's unfamiliar, done by Crusader. It is it holds like 600 plus. One of the larger haulers currently in the game. I know there's like the whole series coming out that'll probably destroy this thing, but it's currently one of the better ones available. I think it's in the $4 to $5 million range in store. But as you can see here, they went with the blue and like black or gunmetal gray scheme, whatever you want to consider that secondary color. It looks pretty good. I think they did all right with the C2. It looks a little better than the white, maybe. Like it might grow on me, like I might, fall in love with it. But right now it's just kind of, eh. So, in my opinion, the 600i, I think, they did a little too much blue. They should have had more. It's not like it's bad, but the interiors were the same, of course. I didn't see any changes there. That was all consistent. Moving on, they also had the MSR on display, and I think they nailed it with this one in particular. This was my favorite of the ships that they had out and Best in Show. Maybe a little biased because I love the MSR as well, but I just think they nailed it with this color scheme. Typically I'm not a big fan of blues like this. Like I'm like darker blues I'm cool with, but not particularly like this color. And I still, really like it. Like it just instantly stood out to me, and I fell in love with that color scheme. It's very, they did a great job. There's still some accents of white. The blue is, filling like some of the inners while black's covering the outers, like on the landing gears there. Like that's what stood out to me the most, I feel. Just looked really good. The rest of the ship inside, of course, is the same as well as the C2. And but on the outside, really, I think what, locked me in was this view here. Yeah, that two-tone, like that 50-50 split on the ship there. I mean, it's a little more leaning towards that blacker color, but I thought that looks beautiful. Definitely will be looking for it on the store if that comes out. It'll be like, I feel stupid, but it just looks really good. I would intend, because I definitely intend to keep the MSR long term, I would definitely look into it. Again, looking at the 600i, this wasn't necessarily my favorite one. I feel like I'm ragging on it, but it's just too much blue, big old blueberry. It's not bad by any means. Like it looks good still. It's a 600i, but again, a biased leaning opinion possibly, because I don't think the 600i's are very useful at all. Like I would never own one. I believe their intended gameplay is just not there. It's a luxury class ship that has scanning capabilities or advanced scanning, I believe. Like there's at least scanning benches. So I bet you that's more leaning towards an exploration ship. But as you can see here, it does look really good. The panoramic windows in the back, like it's definitely a gorgeous ship, but just not one I would end up buying. Now, of course, we have to look at the Argo Cargo. This was one of the ships that they were giving away with the redemption codes. If you knew somebody that was an existing person and you used their redemption code, I believe this was the ship that they were giving away there. I don't know if that's still going on or not, but I haven't really flown it myself. I don't. I've always had a ship that I would never need this thing. Unless it fit in something else. But I also don't have a ship big enough for this thing to fit in. Someday maybe. But right now it's just. I don't know. I would never buy it. It's just cool looking little guy. I don't mind the blue. It looks kind of cool. I would, I probably wouldn't buy it to get away from the orange, but it looks pretty cool. Moving downstairs, I was a little surprised by this one, but they put some armor out on display for us. That was really cool. They just did a great job all in all, in my opinion. It kind of made the servers run like crap, but it just looks good. They had weapons and armor laid out. I don't know if it was like the weapons they were intending to go with the armor. It would look best with it, but it looked cool. Just like the scheme of having like, you know, several sets of relatively harder to find armor. Like you'd have to go to various stores to find some of this stuff. I don't even know if you can get some of these items. At least I haven't seen them. Like some of the helmets in particular. But I did end up buying a few, and like the Michelin Man suit here. I did get that one. Just gotta. I didn't get the yellow gray cat suit because you can get the same thing everywhere else, but I did buy this blue one as well. I have not seen that one. If you guys have, comment below for me. Here we have the traveler panels were put up. I don't know if they were here before and I was just oblivious to them, but I noticed those here today, and they have basically all of the ships available for you to rent. So I went through and re-rented a bunch of things that I didn't have or that had expired already that I don't own. Like, you know, of course, the Carrig, and I got the Sentinel and the Warden again. I'm definitely going to buy the Sentinel soon, but just grinding. I'm going to probably buy that one in game. No doubt. I'm not going to really spend more money on ships. But I thought that was cool. So if you're new, come over to this panel and buy any ship that or rent any ship rather that you can want, and test them all out, whatever. See if you enjoy the game. They did have a gun display as well, which you could buy off this rack. I thought that was awesome because some of these guns, again, you have to go like the Scourge railgun. I think I've only seen that over in Grim Hex, but I haven't looked very hard for some of these items. Usually I just go for what I use, which is like the P4 AR and the Custodian. Like those are the two I pick up a lot. Sometimes the Lumen, but I also bought a couple of these Demeco LMGs. That's like one of my favorites. I don't know where to get that one either, but I've had a couple given to me that I just, felt was a great weapon. So did buy a few of those as well, but you can pick up any of these, go through all the sniper rifles and pick up any of those that you'd want. I haven't used all of them. I've only used the couple on the center. Of course, they have shotguns. I usually stay away from those, and SMGs, pistols, so on. They also put the medical stuff on display. I thought that was kind of cool. I think I'm probably just trying to put it out in front of everybody, letting them know, all of the different drugs that are available and everything. Because I haven't seen anybody, or I don't even see any use for some of these, like the steroid and the oxypen. I get, but some of them, I guess the panel will tell you if you have certain injuries, these will help, and if you're out on the road. But typically, people are just gonna go back to the hospital. They're not gonna stay in that state anyway. And if you're in the heat of battle, 9 out of 10 times you're gonna die. So it's unlikely, at least from what I see. They also had, of course, the med gun or the paramed gun now, and the lifeguard attachments and things like that. But that was pretty much it for today. I didn't see anything else on display really that I cared about. All the other doorways were closed and things, but it was good all in all. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I think they did a great job with this setup, and I just had a great time. If you guys could, please comment, like, subscribe, the deal if you're not already. I really appreciate the support, and I've been streaming on Twitch. That link should be on my profile somewhere, depending on whatever device you're using it on. You can go over there and check that out. We'll be streaming 7 p.m. Every night. That's Eastern Standard Time, so 7 p.m. every night. But hope everyone's enjoying, and catch you later. Bye.